What really happened this past weekend has the entire MMA community buzzing, and for good reason. A violent outburst at a wrestling event, shocking accusations against one of the sport's biggest legends, and fighters turning on each other in ways fans never expected. This isn't just another week in MMA news, it's one that could reshape careers, reputations, and even families. It all started with Rampage Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson, who stunned everyone when he brutally attacked pro wrestler Psycho Stu. The footage spread instantly, showing a violent scene that left fans horrified. Stu was rushed away and now faces a long road to recovery. A GoFundMe has even been set up to help cover his medical expenses. For Raja, this wasn't just a mistake inside the ring, it's a moment that could end his career before it ever begins, with legal consequences looming large. But the aftermath made things even worse. MMA veteran Brendan Schaub, who has always been close with Rampage, admitted he couldn't defend Raja after seeing the evidence. That's huge. When even your friends refuse to back you, you know the situation is serious. At the same time, reports began surfacing that Knox Pro Wrestling management allegedly told wrestlers not to cooperate with police. If true, that's not just damage control, it's a full-on cover-up attempt, and fans immediately called it disgusting. And while all this chaos unfolded, Shawn Strickland decided to weigh in. Strickland said Raja shouldn't go to prison, sharing his own story of being arrested at 19 and how a lighter sentence changed his life. He argued that rehabilitation is better than locking people away. But fans weren't buying it. They pointed out that Raja wasn't a teenager. He's an MMA-trained adult who almost beat a man unconscious in public. To them, calling this just a mistake was a slap in the face. The backlash against Strickland was so intense that some fans claimed he just revealed the worst take of his career. Then Rampage himself finally broke his silence. Approached by TMZ, he said he wished he could speak more, but claimed anything he said would get twisted. He revealed that he's been receiving racist death threats and being attacked as a father. For Rampage, it's a nightmare, watching his son face career-ending consequences while also taking heat himself. His defense, though, didn't calm the storm. Instead, fans wondered whether Rampage was protecting his son too much and refusing to acknowledge the seriousness of the attack. And as if that wasn't enough drama for 1 week, two of the sport's biggest legends reignited one of MMA's most heated rivalries, Daniel Cormier versus Jon Jones. It all started when DC said he couldn't put Jon Jones on his Mount Rushmore of MMA fighters. Pointing to his failed PED tests, Jones fired back instantly, listing his long list of achievements and calling DC's comments insulting. He said his success came from God-given abilities, not shortcuts, and that Cormier was just bitter. But DC clapped back, saying he's always credited Jon as the toughest fighter he ever faced, but he couldn't ignore the choices Jon made that crossed the line. Once again, their rivalry turned personal, with DC insisting Jon latches onto negativity instead of hearing the respect he's actually being given. Meanwhile, Sean O'Malley shared a surprisingly honest confession. He admitted that in the past he lost focus by trying too hard to copy Conor McGregor. O'Malley said he wanted the hype, the confidence, and the swagger that made Conor a global star, but in chasing that, he felt he lost a piece of himself. He explained that some fights, like his battle with Merab Dvalishvili, felt forced because he tried to create drama instead of letting his fighting speak for itself. For fans, it was refreshing to hear O'Malley openly admit that the Conor effect nearly distracted him from being the fighter he truly is. But the week wasn't done delivering surprises. Shawn Brady revealed he was supposed to headline UFC Vancouver against Garry, but claims Garry stalled negotiations and cost him the fight. Brady was furious, blasting Garry online for ducking him. Garry fired back on Instagram, mocking Brady's claims and brushing it off as nonsense. For fans, this is classic fight drama, two hungry contenders battling outside the cage before they ever step into it. And yet, through all these stories, the shadow of Rampage Jackson still loomed over everything. Wrestler Doug Marlowe, the man who pulled Raja off of Psycho Stu, has now publicly said he plans to sue Rampage. He even challenged Rampage to a boxing match, claiming they could raise money for Stu, while Rampage raises money for his son's defense. Meanwhile, leaked screenshots suggest wrestling school management is actively telling people to stay quiet when police ask questions. If true, that makes this situation even darker, because it's no longer just about one violent attack, but a community potentially protecting the attacker. So here's where we stand. A young fighter's career may already be over. Rampage Jackson faces backlash as both a father and an icon. Shawn Strickland is under fire for his controversial defense, and even legends like Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier can't stay out of the spotlight. Add in Sean O'Malley's confession and Garry's brewing feud, and you've got one of the most dramatic weeks MMA has seen in years. The truth is still unfolding, and the next few weeks could decide not just Raja's fate, but the reputation of those around him. Will this end in redemption, or will it be remembered as the moment that changed everything? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Should Raja face prison time, or does he deserve a chance at rehabilitation? And where do you stand in the never-ending Jones vs Cormier debate? Drop your thoughts, because this story is far from over.